Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Today, we recognize a holiday that fights against racism and discrimination. Also tonight, the vaccination process moves to another island. We have the details. And tax refund may be looking a little different for some this year. We tell you why. In sports, Saipan's top tennis player continues her success at the next level. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
For all those going out each day, doing what they can to hold us all together, we're here to help those helping us all by keeping our lights on.
New local programming coming to Channel 2. The 6th Annual Marianas Ukulele Festival will premiere on January 20th, featuring in-depth interviews.
It's a wild, so enticing, so intriguing.
He always loves to share his music, so that was amazing.
Watch father and son play side by side. Hawaiian music from Micro Beach. Performances by local school groups. And local favorites like the Sunset Cruisers and Eric Regis. Come one, come Strum, January 20th, right here on Channel 2.
Buenos dias, Kiko. Kaigizugini gi entrada ni Pacific Docomo. Bangof adjudanti isti I Docomo staff gwini. Zambangof maulik exhibitionia. Undang kulu na si Jus maasi. Ni una judadzitu after manu para be download za babi na sepi isti I ski lino app. Esta ana libranu ju isti za parafa di babi fifila ni para be fanapasi za pat babi take off ni sisi doctor. Docomo Pacific in Guaizaha, Pago, za ni mamaila na tempo. Si Jus maasi.
Alpha Day Tirawami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, January 18th, 2021, and it's Martin Luther King Day here in the Marianas. KSPN speaks with one civil rights activist here on Saipan. Take a listen. Martin Luther King is an icon in United States history, peacefully proving that one person can make a difference in the fight against racism and discrimination. This CNMI first recognized Martin Luther King Day as a holiday in 2006 when a law was signed by then Governor Ben Fitial. Joe Hill, a civil rights activist and an attorney, says MLK Day being recognized as a holiday in the Sinai came in different phases.
They adopted it as a holiday. Within there was some politics happening, and they decided that they would change that, so they took it off the books and was no longer recognized as a lawful holiday. And then that generated some sit-in responses and protests by some local citizens who didn't feel that was right. And then it went on for several years, and then when Governor Ben Petiel was elected, he had said that he was going to make that one of the first things that he did, was to make it a holiday again. And so that happened during Governor Petiel's administration. Then it became, again, a fixed, and it has remained fixed holiday since then.
Hill says this holiday takes him back to junior high school in Oklahoma, where he was involved in the civil rights movement and was very much influenced by a teacher he looked at as a second mother.
As a junior high school student, I became involved in the civil rights struggle in Oklahoma City. It's important to me because through the organization there, we had what we call the Oklahoma City Youth Council of NAACP, which was founded and directed by Clara Luper, who was a godmother to many kids in Oklahoma, and she recently passed, and she was here. We had invited her here to speak back some years ago. But my experience in the civil rights movement was generated from my involvement with Mrs. Luper as a teacher. And she was very much impressed with Saipan when she came here, and she was amazed at how the cultural diversity that we had here and how we all managed to get along together.
And Hill says that is the most important part of this holiday, getting along with each other and honoring your neighbor.
To me, it's always been about what we can do for our fellow man, and meaning vice versa. If we both operated on that philosophy, premise, what is it that I can do today to help my neighbor? And that's what we got to look at. If we look at it from the point of view of what can I do to help my party, or what can I do to help myself, we won't progress. We won't progress.
Officials from the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation traveled to Tinian yesterday to administer the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccines on the island. According to CHCC CEO Esther Muña, 131 people received the Moderna vaccine at the Tinian Healthcare Center. This was for individuals who fall under the 1A group, which include healthcare workers, persons 65 years or older, and first responders.
And we are only focusing on 1A for now until we complete all 1As on Saipan, and then we will continue on with the next tier or next phase.
CHCC's COO, Subroto Banerjee, says officials will head to Rhoda this Sunday to begin the vaccination process. The focus will be on residents who fall under the 1A group as well. The CNMI has one new positive case of the coronavirus. According to CHCC, the individual was identified through travel screening and confirmed positive through testing upon arrival to the Saipan International Airport. This brings the total to 129 positive cases in the CNMI since March. The individual originated from the U.S. mainland, and contact tracing has been initiated, which includes passengers from the same flight. It has been 151 days since the last community transmission in the CNMI. Many who are expecting to receive a tax refund will be seeing less for the 2020 fiscal year than previous years. Secretary of Finance David Adelig says they have seen a drop due to the pandemic and the effect on employment.
We do expect the income of our taxpayers to be less. We do know that those that receive PUA and FPUC benefits, if not have similar income, or in a lot of cases, actually earned more money through those programs than they did in their normal jobs. So it will kind of balance off, but does not change any of my projections going forward in the current fiscal year. I do anticipate a large number of taxpayers due to the PUA and the FPUC program to not receive a normal, I would say, an average tax refund as they're used to, because many of our recipients did not opt to have their taxes pulled from their PUA benefit. And so we'll work through that. Our team is going to be prepared for that, and we'll be putting guidance in the future so that.
Coming up, Congressman Sablan has been granted a waiver to serve on more House committees in D.C. We have more on this after the break.
Jose and Pedro were born on the very same day. Jose liked to play sports. Pedro liked to play video games. Jose's favorite word was pass. Pass me the ball. Pedro's favorite word was pass too. Pass me the rice. Jose is retired and has both time and energy. His life is just beginning. Pedro has diabetes, hypertension, and gout. His life could soon end. Eat less, play more, live longer. Brought to you by PHI, the pharmacy you can trust. A meal replacement smoothie is a great way to keep your fitness goals on track during the holiday season, and they taste great, fast, and easy. The December smoothie of the month is Minty Java Chocolate Chip, and it's just $5. Check out the Shake Cafe, Gold's Gym, Garapan. Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They are an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle. Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking, Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Congressman Gregorio Khalili Sablan will now be serving on 4 House committees in Washington, D.C. According to a release from Congressman Sablan, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi announced additional committee assignments for the members of the Democratic caucus in the 117th Congress. Usually members of the House are limited to a maximum of 2 committee assignments, but Sablan was granted a waiver to serve on 3 committees. And after being re-elected back in November, Sablan asked the Speaker to serve on a 4th committee, where she agreed to his request. Sablan will serve on the Agriculture and Veterans Affairs committees, in addition to his seats on the Natural Resources and Education and Labor committees. Due to the ongoing construction projects at the Guma Justicia, regularly provided services at the CNMI Supreme Court and divisions of the Commonwealth Judiciary Administrative Office will be temporarily relocated. Effective Wednesday, January 20th, the Office of the Clerk of the Supreme Court, Budget and Finance, Office of Procurement, Human Resources, and Marshals Service Division will resume regular business hours at the 2nd floor of the Marianas Business Plaza. The Grants Management Office will be relocated to J.C. Tenorio Enterprises Incorporated building in Susupe. COVID-19 protocols will remain in effect for scheduled in-person appearances, where entry will be monitored or denied as necessary. On Guam, vaccination has been in full force, and they are looking to receive more doses. KUM has more on this.
Hafaday Sinamai, here's what's making news on Guam. Public Health Chief Medical Officer Dr. Felix Cabrera says we're doing a good job so far when it comes to vaccination. So good, in fact, that we might need to make some room in the freezers for more. The Department of Public Health and Social Services has been full force with their approach on getting the island immunized. On the link this morning, Public Health Chief Medical Officer Dr. Felix Cabrera broke down the plan moving forward.
There was a very, very important meeting that happened yesterday morning where the State Surgeon Cell presented to General Perna, who's the head of Operation Warp Speed, presented a build-up plan for our vaccination. He promised us that we will get our minimum of the 15,000, and that now then he'll do everything he can to increase that allotment.
Currently, the island is allotted 15,000 doses of the vaccine a month. Dr. Cabrera says they're hoping to bump that number up to 35,000 doses. And with an increase in doses, our summer could possibly look a little bit brighter.
The WHO does not think that the world will achieve herd immunity this year. And so, but admits that there will be pockets of areas around in several countries, in several areas that will achieve this. And we want to be one of those. And we believe we can actually even by potentially this summer.
According to Cabrera, both Guam and our brothers and sisters of the CNMI are leading the charge when it comes to vaccination.
Guess who's, and when you look at that as shots per capita, guess who's number one and number two? Basically the Mariana Islands, both Guam and the CNMI. And so CNMI edging out just a little bit, but that's really impressive, and that's something that we should be extremely proud of.
To date, there have been over 12,000 of our island residents vaccinated, and as we start to open things up and begin to see a glimmer of hope with the upcoming shift in P-Course status and the return of face-to-face education, it's on us to stay committed to keeping our CAR score low and our numbers of vaccinations high. 30 members of the Guam National Guard will travel to Washington to provide security during the January 20th inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden. The Guard announced that local soldiers will join an estimated 15,000 fellow troops from other states to, quote, support civil authorities in ensuring a safe and secure transition of power for our nation. Federal authorities are boosting security following a deadly riot at the Capitol last week by supporters of President Trump. The national media also reports that there are new threats of an attack during the Biden inauguration. The Guam Guard is waiting for more specific details of the mission requirements, but says that it's in the process of selecting soldiers to go on a voluntary basis. Stay informed 24/7 with KUAM.com.
All right, coming up, COP's ready to rock and roll, and so is the KSPN2 Sports Report. Make it special. Make it 360. The best food and views all the way around.
The Tan Su Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to be going over the leg press. Now I have here with me is Vince, and he's going to show you how to execute it properly in two different ways. A common mistake that you'll often see is leaving your hands free, either up here or on your lap. I strongly recommend you holding onto the sled and create that tension in the upper body, which then allows you to create more range of motion. So with his current foot placement, he was feeling it on his legs, his quads. Now with a simple adjustment by placing his foot a little higher on the platform and his toes pointed out slightly, he's going to transfer that tension, which was previously on his legs, onto his hamstrings and glutes. Again, he's going to grab onto the sled, creating that bracing effect up here.
Did you know CNMI's coral reefs and seagrass ecosystems are worth about $115 million a year? Coral reefs alone are valued over $100 million a year. All the more reason these precious ecosystems must continue to be protected. Coral reefs are important to the people of the CNMI because they provide traditional and subsistence uses, production of commercial food products, recreational opportunities for a healthy tourist economy, and physical protection from storms. Do not break or collect coral to take home with you. We need them. Corals are living animals, and it takes decades to create reef structures. Planting trees, grass, and shrubs on bare soil helps prevent sediment from entering our oceans. Trees also help fight climate change. Use a rain barrel and collect water from roofs, yards, and paved surfaces. You can help keep storm water on your property and pollutants out of waterways by building a rain garden. The ocean floor isn't a dance floor. Stepping on corals can break them. Maintain buoyancy when snorkeling or diving. Nutrients from excess fertilizer increases algae growth that blocks sunlight to corals. Coral reefs need clean, clear water to survive. Help keep our beaches litter-free. Always take out your own trash and a little bit more. Anchor in sandy areas away from coral and seagrass or use mooring buoys so the anchor and chain do not drag on nearby corals. Reduce, reuse, rethink, repair, refuse, recycle. Do not feed the fish. Do not take or step on coral. Do not collect shells. Do not fish. Help with local tree planting community events, local beach cleanups, and get involved in protecting your watershed. Participate in training or education programs that focus on reef ecology. You can make a difference. Please contact Mina to get involved in community conservation.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, Carol Lee is living her dream. The five-time NMI Female Athlete of the Year is not finished yet. In fact, she's just getting started. The Georgia Tech freshman is in Starksville, Mississippi for the opening of their NCAA season yesterday at the Bulldog kickoff. Carol won both her singles match and her doubles match against SEC opponent Mississippi 7-5 in doubles, 6-3, 6-3 in the singles. And today she repeated that against another SEC team, Mississippi State, 6-love and 7-5. The Yellow Jackets, the 12th ranked team college in the nation, have one more match coming up against Memphis. All right, the reopening of the Coral Ocean Point Golf Resort is good news for golfers and residents alike. Let's link up at the links.
There's a new water hazard. They filled it with alligators to make it even more hazardous. Ha ha, just joking. This one's no joke. Don't fall off the cliff. Sharks would love for you to join them. Elan CEO Brian Shin says the renovation tried to keep the professionally designed course true to the original.
We literally lost everything. The fairway, the bunkers, and the green, the buildings. We lost a lot of trees, but we tried to keep the course intact. We didn't want to, ruin the design of Larry Nelson. So this will present the challenge to all the golfers. One of the most challenging golfing experience they can get. So hopefully our community will enjoy this as well as the tourists coming down.
What does this mean for the local golfers to get COP back up?
It's exciting. It's going to be good for all golfers and good for the competition.
There's a green down there. A hole-in-one would win a new car. Make sure you bring plenty of golf balls just in case. Vince Torres, show us how to do it.
Oh, good, good. Go, go, go. Oh, run.
On the green.
On the green, but no cigar.
How'd that feel, Vince?
No cigar. Yeah, but not so. I didn't win.
This is one of the greens that had to be completely repaired after Super Typhoon U2 made it disappear. Hole number 7 had to be completely rebuilt after it was eroded. Ned Narita won the Invitational inaugural tournament last Thursday with a 3/75. The Marianas Golf Association will hold its first club tournament there this coming weekend. Before it was shut down, COP hosted many memorable tournaments.
With big prizes at stake on hole number 11, you were allowed to hit from the ladies' tees with one small requirement. You had to dress like a lady. So that happened. And it was an event worth singing about, and actually singing was required on the karaoke hole.
Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. On my shoulders, makes me happy. You've been running all over town. Now I got to put you down on the ground. I said, hey, yeah.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735.
Our high temperature today, 86 only. The low 77, humidity 72%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, isolated showers, east winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. High 87, low 77, seas 6 to 8 feet out there. Sunrise 6:47, by the way. That's the latest that the sun rises on Saipan all year. The high tide is 3 minutes before noon, and then sunset Tuesday at 6:08. And that is your Martin Luther King Jr. holiday edition of the News Sports and Weather. Thank you for watching KSPN2. See you back here Wednesday.